Hey guys, it's CootSteph, and today we are back with another conspiracy theory. Conspiracy? Cootspiracy? Should we do that? Get it? CootSteph, and then... Anyway, today we are going to be doing a Halloween-related conspiracy theory about Halloweentown and the Nightmare Before Christmas. So, as you guys know, Halloweentown is obviously located in Halloweentown, and then the Nightmare Before Christmas is located in Halloweentown as well. So, this theory is about them being in the same Halloweentown. The Federator channel did a video on this. I'll put it in the card or whatever, and it'll also be in the description. Their theory was about how Halloweentown happened, and then there was some kind of war, and so the Nightmare Before Christmas comes out, and it's like the post-apocalyptic ending of the war. So that was their conspiracy theory, basically. And I was like, well, that could be true. But the thing is, the Nightmare Before Christmas came out before Halloweentown. So I was thinking through this on how the timelines can mesh and how Nightmare Before Christmas could come before. And so basically, I'm going to break this all down. Okay, so as we know, in the Nightmare Before Christmas, Jack has discovered this Santa, Christmas town, obviously. And so he's trying to have his own Christmas, and so he basically ruins Christmas. And so we see that he travels into Christmas Town, but then he later travels into the human world. My theory is that in this whole movie, this is when he did discover traveling into different worlds, because as you see, he knows how to travel through the doors, and then somehow he got into the human world. So it made me think of how he, learned how to travel through these worlds. With finding other worlds means you find other people. So when he discovered this human world, he visited it pretending to be Santa Claus, I had this theory that maybe the Nightmare Before Christmas was before, because as you could tell in Halloweentown, they kind of have the humanly forms, and I was like, what if monsters from the Nightmare Before Christmas traveled into the human world, and that's how they morphed into these more human-like monsters. And also another thing that you could check on this more human ization in the Nightmare Before Christmas is the witches. Obviously there's witches in the Nightmare Before Christmas, and they're all ugly and witch-like like we think, but in the Halloweentown they are obviously human-like because the actors, the whole thing is about them finding their witch grandmother and, traveling to Halloweentown. So, there's a big change in the witch-looking stuff. But then I had to think of, how could this dark, Halloweentown become this light Halloweentown and, happy and, stuff. So I kind of thought that maybe it was something where the people in Halloweentown got tired of preparing Halloween for the human world, so maybe some citizens or whatever had a revolt or a strike or something, and somehow it got this new mayor and everything, became happier and more chill and not so let's prepare for next year, let's kind of let's live our lives, how we want it, going to the barbershop and doing all that. And that obviously came from a lot of the human influence. Now I'm going to run through the timeline really quickly. So first we have Jack, and he did his Halloween thing, and he's like, I need something more than this. So he travels to Christmas Town. Then he discovers the human world because he is becoming Santa for that 1 year. So this made him, find the portal. And then years later, the humans and the monsters are low-key making new children and becoming more human-like. And a lot of this human influence from the human world probably made the monsters want to have a more civilized life and not so focused on making this Halloween holiday happen. Then it made this like revolt and war, and then afterward everything became peaceful and all that. So just like Frederator, we are going to do the how does this hold up? My thing is that both movies are in the 90s, and obviously both human worlds are very, modernized, so that would only give like so many years, until the next movie, so it doesn't seem like a lot of time for things to change. So that's my theory. This is my imagination just going crazy. But yeah, I hope you guys liked this theory. Tell me your thoughts down below on how this all worked. And also tell me if you liked my theory or if you liked the Frederator theory. Thanks, guys. And I will see you guys for next week's video, the last Halloween video of the season. So, bye, guys.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.